I am gonna do it regardless of whatever the outcome's gonna be, because if we don't get the outcome, we were losing our heads, and when we lost our heads, we were going back to other things. Could be food, could be that, could be something even better, like something to smoke, something to drink. There's nothing more higher than it. So I start my day with it, and obviously this is the most prominent factor that I'm keeping myself sane and together. All of this is coming together. And another really big correction that I've made started to backfire at me. Calmer and peaceful scenes do come up in my head, but I only keep them in my head. I do not let them. The thing that's gonna bug you the most right now is today I'm gonna share my experience of a little over 2 weeks clean. Today actually is my day 16 of staying clean. And how did I do it so easily and so sanely? Because of the experiences that I've collected from the past, and also because of the spiritual knowledge that I put myself into. Fusing myself with that thing is saving me a lot, but only fusing is not going to be enough. Like, you just can't be okay with only reading it. You have to be practical with it, and you got to live by it. And once you do that, life's going to be a lot easier, at least in these terms. Now, why am I telling this to you guys? Because after this video, I'll be filming all of that live, because I'm also busy with a lot of other things that I've committed myself to, and these are my inevitables in the day. But because I am so busy, I'm not trying to hack it out. When I say I'm doing all of these inevitables in the day, that means I'm not dependent on the outcome that I want to see, although I do want to see an outcome. But what happens if I don't get it? Should I be mad at it? And when I get mad, should I be losing that? No. It just can't be like this forever, because I have been this same guy in the past when I was not getting that outcome and I was losing myself again and again. And if I don't fix it right now, obviously, I won't be fixing myself forever. And this life, obviously, again, is getting drained to waste. And next life, I do not know what I am gonna be in the next life. So I just wanna fix it right now while I'm being this human right here. I'm not gonna keep this video long, because there's nothing really to be stressed out here. It's only the things that you have to stick by to, and once you do that, you'll be able to beat this, at least physically, which I am able to do right now, and mentally also, I'm making progress, okay? So the morning when I wake up, every morning when I wake up, I start my day with the spiritual knowledge. Now, I do not know how many of you guys have watched my videos from the past on this channel, because you must have seen that little red book. That is the spiritual reality of life, you know? There's nothing more higher than it. So I start my day with it, and obviously this is the most prominent factor that I'm keeping myself sane and together. But it's not only about that. Because I'm fusing myself with it, as you heard in the intro, I'm reading this chapter today. I'm reading this verse. I'm trying to live by this, and all the verses that I've learned and I've felt and I'm living by in the past. All of this is coming together. And this just keeps reminding me every millisecond, like, what I'm supposed to do in the heat of that moment when I'm losing my mind over those things, because everything is just not permanent. By the way, if you want to know all of this spiritual knowledge, I'm also uploading this. I've uploaded 3 chapters. In a couple of days, all these chapters are going to be live on this one. But this is what I'm doing on the day-to-day basis. It's just not like I'm giving you theory here, because I am living by it. And that is why I'm also explaining this to you guys, because a lot of people are going through this. I'm not going to go so deep into it, because you know this is the reality for a lot of men. But when I'm done feeling all that spiritual knowledge in the morning, I have a list of inevitables. I've got a little diary for myself, and these inevitables, like I said, these are the things that are not dependent on the outcome, meaning I am gonna do it regardless of whatever the outcome's gonna be, because if we don't get the outcome, we were losing our heads, and when we lost our heads, we were going back to other things. Could be food, could be that, could be something even better, like something to smoke, something to drink, but I'm not taking any of it, okay? I'm also keeping myself together there, meaning I'm not letting myself go anywhere else, although these things are, because I have suffered from it, these scenes do come up in my head. But I only keep them in my head. I do not let them come out to my physical reality, okay? So I am taming myself there. And because of this list of inevitables, which can vary for a person to person, because my inevitables are totally different. Also, I'll read a couple to you guys. But when you just live by your inevitables, you're just bound to defeat any that is holding you back. Because I am not only doing this for the sake of beating this, I'm doing it for the sake of surpassing it, okay? So in these 2 weeks, obviously, I was sticking by my inevitables. I was not able to make it every day. Like the goal is, if I'm writing my 11 or like 10 inevitables in a day, my goal is to get a take on all 10 or 11. But every day, not the same. Obviously, I'm losing my head a little, relapsing on food, relapsing on content. Not that content, but like my type of content, which is motorcycles and a couple other things. For a few days, it was only like 7 ticks, 8 ticks. Some days it was only 3 ticks. But hey, I am making progress. So you have to write down your inevitables, and it's just not like, because I am giving this to you right now, it's only sounding like theory, but once I start filming it, you will be able to get the gist of it, like what is he doing in general that is saving him from all of it. And yeah, this method works. And another really big correction that I've made in the past, because I told you I've started to do this again. I relapsed on July of 9, and I have shared my experience there. But if you, in case, didn't watch that video, I want to tell you, I was not keeping up with my food because I was keeping myself clean in all those areas, meaning I was not watching that content, obviously. And if I'm not watching that, I'm not relapsing on any other content, which is motorcycles and a lot of other things for me. I'm not watching none of that. But because of this energy that is getting accumulated inside me, because I'm disturbed from here a little, I told you guys you can have whatever kind of food you want to have. For a couple of days, it did help me out when I was starting clean, because I had gained a lot and my body was maybe just trying to reset the chemical things inside me. And as soon as I started to make progress there, the physical progress, that same food, those same trash bites started to backfire at me. Okay, so now for the last 2 weeks, obviously I am relapsing a little bit on food, but it's not too much. I'm sticking myself to the clean and boiled food, and this is helping me out a lot. And I'm only eating like twice a day, so I feel a lot calmer and peaceful. And yeah, take your food seriously, okay? Have your inevitables in the day, and with the inevitables, you also have to manage your food. But the thing that's gonna bug you the most right now is when you're like so tight on yourself, how will you even be peaceful at this? Now this is happening because of the spiritual knowledge, and I told you again, I've uploaded 3 chapters. More chapters are on the way. This was the experience of 2 weeks. I told you this video is not gonna be long, but stick to your inevitables. And when I say inevitables, it goes the same for you. You have to be not dependent on the outcome. And you just have to do things that are supposed to be done regardless of the outcome, meaning this is your life. You just cannot shy away from work, as God says, okay?